everybody, new never you BGM back in this thing. So quick little video just to start off 2025. I know we're halfway into the month of January, but you know it's never too late to start giving out some vital information. So the first set of the year we have coming in March, I believe, let us show you, yep, March 28th tentatively, is Tears of the Planet. So Tears of the Planet is going to be a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth set, it looks like, just based off of the cover of these boxes, or this box in this pack. Really crazy art, really insane art. I like the Aerith art right before her, you know, if you know, you know. I'm not gonna ruin it if you haven't played it, but got a few things here. Zack, for starters, is going to be the box topper, and he is a 4-cost lightning, 8,000 forward, and he is a soldier. And if you have 3 or more category Final Fantasy VII forward, Zack gains haste. When Zack attacks, choose one category 7 forward, category 7 character of cost 2 or less than your break zone, blade onto the field, and then his special ability is Rush Assault, which only takes a copy of a card named Zack. Choose one forward, break it. You can only use this while he's attacking. That's really good. So there is a soldier deck. Well, I feel like there's going to be a soldier deck coming out soon, using stuff like this, and Jill, Sephiroth, the new Genesis from Hidden Legends, and I think this card would be pretty decent. Hopefully we get more soldiers. I know that in Ever Crisis there are other soldiers that are mentioned and also shown, so hopefully that happens and we get a few more soldier names, so, or at least jobs anyway. They don't even have to be relevant soldiers, but giving him haste and being able to get back a 7 character of 2 or less every time he attacks is a little bonkers, because 7 is a huge category. I mean, you got stuff like Tifa, Aerith next to him. Excuse me. I think there's a red that's a 2 cost, and this just helps. I think that is that Zack, that Cloud 2 cost. I think the Earth one is. Anyway, he can potentially color fix and do a couple other things, but that, I think he's really good. In fact, he's a box topper. I think that adds some, I don't want to say value to the deck or to the box, because Final Fantasy is pretty well balanced on the aspect of things being cost efficient. So I don't know, card's good, I like it. Next is Aerith. I believe it's been confirmed that this card is a win card. So she would be a 2-cost wind, 4,000 forward, job ancient, and when she enters the field, choose one character your opponent controls. As long as this Aerith stays on the field, it loses all its abilities. When Aerith is put from the field into the break zone, you may remove Aerith from the game. When you do so, draw a card. So I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to do, other than be a constant like skill drain type of card if you've played Yu-Gi-Oh. The problem is her stat line is pretty horrible, and when she enters the field, that's an auto ability. So if there is something on the field like Gilgamesh, FFBE, Chaos, or something like that, Warrior of Light, they have a chance to respond to this. And even if they don't respond, they can just I mean, so well, Kukulane doesn't stop that because it's an auto, but it's also lingering. But the auto would have to go off in order for it to linger. So I don't know. That's a weird interaction. I would assume that if you Kukalaned it, then it would continue to negate the card once Kukalang wears off, because the auto ability already is triggered. That would be my. They'll explain it when it releases, but I would hope. But that's my my guess. I do see it being used just because cutting off effects is very powerful, especially when we don't know the future cards coming out. So I do think that this card may not be heavily used, but I mean, Zach can play it for free. Win can play it if it's actually a win card. I don't know. I see the usefulness of it, but I also see how you probably spend more time protecting this card, ironically, based off what's about to happen, more so than you getting any use out of it. But I don't know. There may be a way to manipulate her power. There may be. I mean, you can't really manipulate her cost, so that's another thing. I mean, Limit Break Cloud just decimates this card, so I don't know how this is gonna work. But I don't think that's gonna stop anybody from using it. Maybe it will. I'd have to get it in my hands and actually practice with it. Or I mean, I guess I could get on Material Hunter or FFTCG and practice beforehand. But I don't know. New legend, new day. This next one is Red 13 Limit Break. I think the last set we got a Vincent. No, was it Vincent? I don't remember. No. All the Limit Breaks I think were. I don't remember. I'd have to go check. Vincent may be Hidden Hope. Cause Zach was Hidden Hope. Vincent was Hidden Trials, I believe. And then there was something else in Hidden Legends. But we don't know what this does. The art is nice, even though it's like a screenshot. I really like the art. And Red's typically a good card, so I don't see this one being like subpar by any means. But as I've mentioned before, like, I don't believe in subpar cards. Like, either the card is useful in the moment or it's not. That's the only way I look at it, because it only takes one thing to quote unquote break a card. And I don't even like using that term, but anyway. Ovelia is going to be one of the 3 legacy cards. She came from Opus 13, one of the COVID sets. Squall, which should have been in the Legacy collection in my opinion, is going to be another Legacy card from Opus 16. Griever from Opus 21 is going to be the final one. All 3 I think are solid picks. My favorite would probably be the Squall, though, just because it has the potential to get haste. First strike Brave, can attack twice. When he attacks, he deals 4k to all 4s your opponent controls, and when he's blocked, deals 4k to all 4s your opponent control. So if you're running that whole Garland thing and you're playing like Fire, Lightning, Jack Garland, play Squall. Squall gets haste. Squall attacks, deal 4k. You got a block because of Garland, deal another 4k. And that's probably going to kill or destroy your opponent's field. Of course, Squall gets blocked, but he doesn't take any damage because his ability should, by definition, destroy whatever would be blocking him. But the block is still declared, so the battle to the life doesn't really happen. So, all in all, solid picks. Seeing these as full arts is gonna be nice, especially the Griever. The Griever is gonna be nice full art. Actually, all of these. So I'm excited. And then it shows you some of the new arts by the artists. So we're guaranteed to get a Rebirth, 10-2, 9-9, 12, Rebirth, 10-2, 4-4, 9, Rebirth, F2, I'm sorry, 10-2. And then there's some of the new arts. There is Cloud with the Sephiroth image in the sword. I don't know who this is. This is Barla from Final Fantasy X, Red 13. I think this is one of the was it 4 or is it 3? It's I can't think of her name. She was I think she rocked with Golbez, right? I just can't remember her name. I think it starts with a B. It's a very sexy card though, and I'm sure this is gonna be a full art. And this specific card right here, it's kind of weird where I'm circling, but you get the drift. Cards like this make me happy that they don't censor the art, because this is a really tasteful card, and if the effect's great, that's just gonna make it probably even more expensive to get full arts, which is ultimately gonna suck for me, because I'm sure this Cloud is gonna be a full art. And if anybody knows me or knows of me, Cloud, well, Lightning first, Cloud, they're like the same person to me. So anytime there's like a full art of either one of them, I'm always trying to max it out. So kudos to me. I believe this is Atomos. So I think all these cards are gonna have solid effects. I know the Cloud's gonna have a good effect. Hopefully Barla has a good effect, because the Barla, the Earth Wind one, I'm sorry, Wind Ice one that I've been seeing in a couple Final Fantasy X decks is really good. And if this one's good as well, he may be able to replace that one. So I'm, interested to see. We got about 2 more months before this one drops. Tears of the Planet, make sure you get your box orders in. 150 cards is set, 30 full arts, 1 special card and 1 crystal card. This is a special card, Aerith, and that signature. I think that's Tetsuya Nomura's signature, I believe. I don't know if it says it, but that looks familiar. I think he does all the 7 ones. I know he drew all the 7 characters. Here it is. Yeah, Tetsuya Nomura. So yeah, this box looks dope though, man. Like, I just like the contrast of all these colors, and I don't know. It's pretty nice to me. Next, coming out in August, I believe. Yeah, Entanglement in August is Gunslinger in the Abyss, featuring the homie Vincent. So it looks like we're gonna have more Rebirth cards. They are not holding back. Technically, this is a Dirge Cerberus art though, right before he met the Sviets. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see if there's more Sviets in this set. And if you know this box is a little slimmer than the other one. I want to say unfortunately, but I'm not sure how this is gonna impact us as consumers. I don't know the price, the range. I don't know if buying. So before I even talk about this, there's 18 packs in this box now going forward. And the Tears of the Planet and past, there's 36 packs in a box. So 6 boxes made a case. Now it takes 12 boxes to make what would have been a case. So it would take 12 Gunslinger of the Abyss boxes to equal an actual case of what would have been before, like Tears of the Planet, all those other sets before this. So The only concern for me is if you get like, let's say you order 2 inner cases, so it'd be 6 boxes in each inner case, I believe. There's a potential that like you get screwed somewhere along the line and you don't get like boxes that are complimentary, so you don't get a full playset of the legends. And really, anybody that was buying cases of FFTCG was doing it to ensure that they got full playset. So a full case would get you a playset of every card, non-foil, common, rare, hero, and legend, and then guaranteed 1 foil of each card. And the full arts were they were hit or miss, so it wasn't really guaranteed on that. I've never bought a master case, but I'm pretty sure a master case is like foil play sets of everything, and then I think 1 of each full art guaranteed, except for the signature one. So I'm gonna do my research. I'm reaching out to Square and doing my due diligence to get that information for the community. But we'll see. This set is 20 cards smaller than Tears of the Planet, but it has 12 more full arts than Tears of the Planet. 42 full arts in total. And busting, you know what? This Sonon is cool. This Refia is cool. Whatever. But this Lightning, if this is a full art and somebody pulls it, holler at me, because I need that. I need 3 of these. I need 3 full arts. I need 3 foils, and I need 3 non-foils. All caps NEED. Need it. But it tells us there's going to be more Final Fantasy 14 cards, new primals. Talks about the limit break. I think this is Amarant from Non, if that's how you say it. There's a Sit Rain, so more for the Final Fantasy 13 deck. I don't know who this is because I skipped a lot of story in 14. But the legacy cards are going to be the triad from 6, the Daemon, the G, and the Fiend. I forgot what it's called, but it's pretty much all the the super good legends from Opus 20. The fire one, when he hits the field, he can do, I think, 1 of 3 things, and he can do the same thing when he attacks. The wind one, when she hits the field, she puts doom counters on everything, and then at the end of your opponent's turn, she just sends them all to the grave. But I think it's at the end phase of your turn, she just misdragons your opponent's break zone. And then the water one, depending on your levels of damage, it gets something at damage 3 and then at damage 5. And I think it has to be picked. I think it cancels a summon 1 time, the first time each turn. So they're all good cards, and the fact that they're going to be full arts now is even better. The Daemon just went down, so I'm sure it'll go down a little bit more, but that full art's probably going to be $50-$60 because it's just a good card. I keep forgetting that this is an actual limit break card, and so is this one. This Refia is a limit break card. So all these cards are looking spicy, looking delicious. The special sign card from this set is by, does it tell us who signed this one? It does not look like it does, unfortunately. That's fine. Oh, I forgot. Clive and Ico. Just new arts of cards. This is gonna be a good set. I can already see it. Just gonna have to do some digging on these ratios, but We got some new arts from 15.5, 7 remake, 11, 13, 7 rebirth, 14, 16, another 13, 5, Tactics S, 12 Revenant Wings, 5 World of Final Fantasy, 9, 13, 9, newly included title is going to be the Tactics S. One special card, which is the Bards, and then Box Topper, which is Vincent. Alright, so Bards is a Warrior of Light, yay. You can pay 3 crystals instead of paying the cost of Bards, which is 8, and he's Wind to cast Bards. Wait. So this counts as a cast. Of course it does. It's in Wind. When Bards enters the field, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck and play up to, I'm gonna assume, 2 characters of, it's either 2 or 1 character of cost 3 or less among them on the field, and then add the other card to your hand, or cards, if you choose not to play anything. That's really freaking good. That is disgusting. Somebody needs to put like Photoshop up some salt or some Tony Saturins in his hand, so he's sprinkling the bird with some seasonings. But this card is insane. This card is really good, and the fact that you can pay crystals instead of actually paying the cost means he can go into any deck you running crystals in, and you could benefit. So Vincent is a 7 cost Earth 9,000 gunslinging forward. First strike, which he typically has. When Vincent enters the field, deal, I believe it's either 9,000 or 10,000 to all forwards of cost 3 or less. When Vincent is chosen by a forward's ability, deal that forward 9k. When Vincent is chosen by a summon of your opponent, choose up to 1 forward, I believe, deal it 9k. So this is the second one, is one that I think a lot of people may overlook. So he has to be chosen, but he does not choose the forward that he's dealing 9k to. So all those forwards that can't be chosen, this gets around that. So this is putting Vincent back at the pinnacle of respect that I felt like he should have been at from the start. He cost a little too much, but if you can facilitate around that, you got something that's going to really help keep the board centered. And I mean, he is not by any stretch of the imagination weak, and there's ways to boost him to 10, 11, 12,000. So 11, 12,000 first K, first strike forward of the category 7, which is already an oversaturated category to begin with. So I do not see this Vincent not getting played, just because there's so many good 3 cost CP forwards in the game. And 3 is like one of those numbers that they just give forwards to just like be insane. So all in all, I like both of these, and both of these sets are looking pretty spicy. March 28th for Tears of the Planet, and August 8th for the smaller Gunslinger in the Abyss set. As soon as I get more information on the ratios and everything like that, I will definitely let you all know. And right before both of those, we have Legacy Collection February 28th. So far it's looking like a good year for us as Final Fantasy players. With that gap though, let's see, that's February, let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August. That's a 5-month gap. So these might be the only 3 sets we get this year. If we get another one, I'd be very surprised. It'd probably be a structure deck if I had to guess, just because this one comes out in March, this one comes out in February, and this one comes out 5 months after this one. So I don't see anything like dropping in September, October, November, or December, but I could be wrong. So if I am wrong, I'll update you. But I am new, never you. And if you did new, now you do. Peace.